It's my wife Hannah and my eldest daughter Lily. She's over 13.
I'm 18. Hi. Wrong way. The camera's there. Sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to be talking about automation and the American worker. And my speech is called "America is Not Robot Ready. Are you?" Okay. And I have to use my phone for notes because my printer's out of ink. Okay, and you can start the timer now. So there's a common misconception that AI and automation are new ideas. However, descriptions of what we would call AI actually appeared at least 2,700 years ago in a collection of ancient Greek creation myths called the Theogony. The author Hesiod wrote that Zeus ordered Hephaestus, god of the forge, to mix earth with water, to put in it the voice and strength of humankind, and give it a sweet, lovely maiden shape. It or she came to be called Pandora, meaning all gifts. This picture is from what's called the Pandora vase, and it depicts Pandora in her final stages of construction, with Athena placing on her neck the wreath of wisdom. So before being sent to Earth, Pandora was given a sealed jar, instructed to never open the jar. On Earth, Pandora shared her skills, but eventually her curiosity got the better of her, and she opened the jar. Unbeknownst to her, it had been filled with every evil the gods could devise, all of which were unleashed on humanity. So the robot Pandora, instead of the gifts her name promised, delivered harm. Hello, my name is Josh Gregory, and I'm currently studying computer science at CSU. I became interested in AI 3 years ago after my company implemented AI software that led to major downsizes. Alright, so it wasn't the first time that jobs have been lost to automation, and it's far from the last. This is a graph from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It shows their projections for automation-caused job losses over the next 20 years. It ranges from about 30% across all industries to as high as 60% in specific industries like administrative, sales, and service and retail. A 2021 study published in the journal Econometrica found that 50 to 70% of wage and job loss over the last 40 years was actually caused by task displacement by automation. The study also notes the disproportionate impact on middle class and lower wage workers. During this time, America has suffered explosive growth in inequality, homelessness, debt, violent crime, and economic crises of all kinds. Meanwhile, life expectancy, the middle class, and social assistance programs decline. If American workers haven't been protected thus far, there's no reason to think that will change. So how can America and its workers become robot ready? The government has a long to-do list to prevent a crisis caused by millions of displaced workers. A robot tax is a promising idea that would tax companies based on the amount of automation they use. It could be used to offset the cost of education and training and expanded social safety nets like healthcare and unemployment benefits. A 2020 study published by Cambridge Press found that a robot tax has the potential to raise per capita output and welfare, or in other words, reduce inequality. So workers need to research the future of work and make an achievable plan to upskill. We need to learn, plan, and act. We also need to begin pressuring our elected officials on these issues. If it doesn't become the main priority for voters, nothing will change. So how do we know that this will work? Are there other successful capitalist democracies that we can look to for inspiration? So this is the World Happiness Report from 2023. The Nordic countries again dominate the top of the rankings, as they have for several years. According to researchers at the World Happiness Report, a major indicator for happiness is how helpfully a government uses the taxes to fund social assistance programs, such as healthcare, daycare, and college. So the WHR concludes that state generosity exerts a positive and significant impact on life satisfaction. Due to the extensive welfare benefits, the Nordic countries are better able to make their citizens less vulnerable to economic insecurity than other countries. So this is the road for America. but as individuals, as workers, we need to learn about the fourth industrial revolution economy so we can make informed decisions that balance in-demand skills for trade schools or degrees with earning potential and personal fulfillment. So the age of AI will be exponentially more disruptive than previous industrial revolutions. We need to upskill as soon as possible to stay safe and pressure our politicians to act now. But it's also important that we understand that AI is a technology, and technology isn't good or bad in and of itself. But in nations with little to no safety nets, it's going to cause a lot of hardship for a lot of people. But AI is also helping to solve huge existential programs, from climate change to genetic disease. And there was more to the story of Pandora and her jar. Although AI technology called Pandora had unwittingly caused so much suffering, the jar was never actually fully emptied. There was one thing left inside, the spirit of hope. The hope that humanity's biggest problems are solvable. And AI, as it advances, will become humanity's best shot at realizing our collective hopes and dreams. Thank you.
Good job.
So real quick, are you still recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I just wanted to go over my sources just to make sure that they were there. So I used 1, 2, 3 academic papers from various journals, and I also quoted from the 1914 translation of Hesiod's Works and Days from the Theogony, and I got my image sources in there as well. Okay, and that's it. Thank you.